The NLT version, Songs of Songs, chapter 8, verse 4, it says, "Promise me, O women of Jerusalem, not to awaken love until the time is right."
My dad, like, literally, it happened, like,
so the dream happened, and what did you do?
Literally the day before, and I was on the phone with my friend. I was like, I'm so sad. Why am I so sad? Like, I'm literally so sad. Like, I'm literally.
No, wait, sorry. This is a course for a whole nother. Everything that I gained after that was consequences that I had to kind of
like deal with
and unravel and start again and figure out bare things that if I just spoke to the Lord, if I even just knew God at that time, it would have been way easier for me to just be like, nah.
What if you find someone that's ready to push you to be closer to God?
Yeah, that's fine, but I want to have my own understanding. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome. I've got a question. It's a little icebreaker.
Go on.
Would you rather be married to someone for 10 years, then find out that they cheated, or remain single for the rest of your life? And why?
Oof. I'll remain single for the rest of my life.
Why?
Because that heartbreak, 10 years.
Like single, no kids, like nothing.
I want kids. Nah, I'd be married.
And allow the person to cheat on you.
Yeah, then it's over, innit? Then at least I'll have kids.
Fairs.
And I'll eventually be okay. I won't be okay then.
But 10 years of marriage.
I will be okay.
I don't know. I think with me, I think if I said I remain single, I'm going to lie.
Exactly.
So I'll definitely marry him. But then would you restore the relationship?
Oof. It just depends if they've changed. If
they haven't changed.
They haven't changed.
I'm telling you, like, you're married to the guy, 10 years.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything wrong, as in, like, no attitude change, no personality change, nothing. You just go on his phone one day and find out that he's cheated, like, he slept with someone else. But nothing about him has changed. Like, you wouldn't have even clocked if you didn't go on the phone.
Yeah, but then things will now begin to change.
Yeah, because you won't trust him.
That's it.
So you're still gonna be. I think.
I don't know.
I thought saying I would try to restore it.
No, but I feel like it's based on the fact that it's 10 years. You have kids as well. And like, because he's generally not a bad person, meaning that there is a possibility. I don't know if this is just me being naive, but a possibility that he could be better. But that's very rare. I'm not going to lie. But there is a possibility.
I think.
So what if you, and he doesn't cheat ever again?
But you've done it. That's my thing. Like, you cheated to begin with. Now I'm going to be thinking, I can't trust you. I'm going to be thinking, oh, where you going all the time. I'm going to be thinking, why?
No, but trust can be rebuilt, but it just takes forever.
But
still, it takes long.
The little bit of me will be like, don't believe you.
Yeah, but it just depends. I feel like it depends. I feel like it just depends on the guy and how much he's willing to.
Are you only staying for the children though?
No, because I can never only just stay for the children.
Because that's what I'm thinking. I wouldn't want to stay.
I wouldn't know, because what am I teaching my children?
Fairs. But then what are you teaching your children if you're staying?
That if a person changes and for the better. Because okay, cool, there's mistakes, and then there's a lot of mistakes, and there's like levels to things. But I feel like people can make mistakes and can genuinely change.
Okay, fair enough.
That's life anyway. And like, I would teach my kids that people can make mistakes and change. However, not everybody that's changing. It's not everybody that changes.
I think I would. 10 years though, that's a long time. I cannot lie to you. And children, it depends. I think if I didn't realise anything, I would want to know why you cheated, the duration, what had happened. Like, I think,
where do we go from here?
I think what I would do was I would separate with the person. I'm not going to divorce him. I'll separate with him. Yeah, because I need to heal
by yourself. Yeah.
Whether we get back together or not, don't know.
That's
like, we might.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just dependent on like what happened during that period of time of your healing.
Fairs, but then I might come back and be like, no, you're not a bit of me still.
Yeah.
But then, okay, cool. So what about if the children are quite grown, so they know that something's gone on, and they advise you to leave? What would you do?
Yo, that's just like another advice. I feel like if you're gonna make a decision like that, it has to be based on you. Obviously hear people's advice, but then at the end of the day, your children, no one knows the relationship but you, as well as you. So obviously take the advice and like why they're saying that you should leave. and then come to your own conclusion. Because obviously they're not the only people that are going to be telling you to leave.
Fairs. Well, you have a lot.
Of people talking, so you're gonna have a lot of advice. So
I think overall, I could possibly stay, but I'm not staying because I'm a mug. Yeah, I'm staying because of other things.
Yeah.
But the other part of me, I'm leaving. Like, it's 50-50, I think.
I feel like you have to be in that situation to kind of determine what you're going to do about it.
Because I would be quick to be like, yeah, I'm going to leave. But feelings, children, marriage, home, finances.
Like, this is like incorporated to your life. 10 years, you probably have like one joint bank account somewhere.
Exactly. Like. I just don't think I could be like, yeah, I'm going to dip. So quick, like it's easier said than done. But I wanted to ask you that, obviously, because of our topic today, and it's about awakening love before it's time, and just being ready for love and being in like the right season. And obviously, I know we've spoken really briefly about the whole like past relationships and stuff like that. But I wanted to ask you, like, what do you think it means to kind of like awaken love before its time? What does it mean to you?
I feel like it means that when you're not mature enough to step into that type of relationship, that's awakening love before it's time. To me, like, you're not mature enough, you're not ready, you're not in the right mind state spiritually, you're not right, even like that might not be the right person as well. That is awakening. Like, you're just, you're doing too much before it's time. I agree.
I feel like when I read the Bible verse, for me it was more like you're in a season where you're not ready to be in love or kind of open that up, but you're doing it anyways. Like, you're trying to start something that isn't ready. Like, I think for young people, we do a lot of things prematurely, and then we suffer the consequences.
We don't like to like enjoy the youth.
We don't. And I don't know why though. I think it's society and just like people around you, because I kid you not, I'm not saying that like if my friends are in love I have to be in love, but it's more of a thing where when I feel like that person's there, like, it's more like I don't know how to explain it, like if there's an opportunity, I don't shut down every single door if I'm open, because I feel like this could be the one. But then I question myself, like, are you ready? And above all, like, do you know if this is actually the person that you can even be pursuing with? Because more time we don't go back to like our creator, we don't go back to God with our plans. We kind of just tell God, like, oh yeah, by the way, this is what I'm doing, so can you just bring yourself?
It's just like, God, like, this is the relationship, I'm talking to this guy, this is it, like, you never ask God, like, is this the right guy?
Exactly.
Like, what are you saying?
So in what do you call it, the NLT version, Songs of Songs, chapter 8 verse 4, it says, promise me, O women of Jerusalem, not to awaken love until the time is right. And other versions basically explain the same thing, and it kind of just talks about how we shouldn't excite it or stir it up until the time is right, so we kind of know when we're ready. On the personal level, I can actually admit that I've done so many things before knowing it's right. Like, in terms of love specifically, I've definitely awakened love before it's time, and then kind of put myself in situations where I was like, don't really know how to get out of here. Well, the healing process is even 10 times harder because I was so immature.
You're just digging yourself.
I was so immature. I was just thinking, love, knowing that is not necessarily the right thing. It's not necessarily the right time. I think society played a big part in terms of feeding me things. Like, you go on social media and you're seeing all these like relationships and whatnot, and I got easily influenced. So I was just thinking, like, this is a bit of me. Even though I had my own mind, I defo thought like,
it will definitely influence.
This is what I want. And I was in a long what's that thing called? Long-term relationship, But really and truly, everything that I gained after that was consequences that I had to kind of
like deal with
and unravel and start again and figure out bare things that if I just spoke to the Lord, if I even just knew God at that time, it would have been way easier for me to just be like, nah.
So how is it now, like, knowing God and like the definition of love? Like, how is it now for like your next person?
I think right now, I'm still a bit unsure, if I'm honest. I know I'm not ready to be in a relationship, even though I want to. This is what people like get confused, because my heart desire, like, I want to be in love, but I know I'm not ready.
Why do you say you're not ready?
Because I just know, like, I'm not ready. It's not even like on a submitting, or I just don't think I'm spiritually mature, even though you always grow spiritually, but I'm spiritually not there where I'm like, yeah, I can do all of this with one person, or I can devote all, because that is a relationship, you're literally split in half. I can do all this, whatnot, devote all my time to this one person. I don't think I'm that. I think I need to build on myself first, build on like my walk with Christ, then be open.
What if you find someone that's ready to push you to be closer to God as well?
Yeah, that's fine, but I want to have my own understanding first. What about you?
True. Me, I feel like I'm ready, because for me, I'm lucky to have found God like quite early as well, and I'm blessed to be from like I'm a pastor's child, so like it's kind of already been set. But obviously you find God for yourself, and I found God for myself quite earlier as well. So like I feel like I am ready.
Really?
I am, but I feel like I am scared due to what's happened to me in the past. So I'm scared, but I feel like in due time, okay, maybe I can say that I'm not 100% ready because I'm scared, but I feel like I know the qualities I want from a guy. I know the qualities I have, and I know the center, which it has to be God. And if you're not a Christian,
I think, okay, that's interesting, because I'd actually thought you would have been like, no, I'm not ready yet, or whatnot, because I just think with me, like, I need to be, my full focus needs to be on God before it's on man. Like, and even when that person comes, our foundation needs to be based on the Lord. And I just think there's more to relationships than people see. There's more to it. Like, there's a lot of money that goes into it. There's a lot of time. There's a lot of effort. You can't just not speak to the person one day because you feel like it. Like, you can't just ghost. Like, you can't do all these things. I'm not saying that I want to do these things, but I just feel like I need to focus more on the Lord first. I don't know if I would say I'm open to dating, because that doesn't make sense. But I guess I'm open. Like, I don't know, Emma. Like, I'm. Do you know what it is? I have feelings, innit? Everyone has feelings, and I guess I'm just not acting on it. I'm not acting on it because I can't. I literally can't be like, yeah, I like you, but I'm not gonna act on it. No, that's wrong. What I was meant to say is that I can't act on feelings that I may have, because I won't be 100, and I can't be fake, and it's unfair.
No, that's good. I feel like that is actually very, very mature. Like, you're more mature than you actually realize that you actually are, because that is a big thing to step back and just be entertaining Tom, Dick and Harry. It's the best thing, and I feel like God is honouring that, because the next guy that comes literally is gonna be like, because you waited. Like, patience is key. Hence why as well, because if I'm not sure, I'm not gonna jump into anything unless I hear the push from God. Like, I think we're having a conversation, like, you know, when I asked you as well before, and you didn't get the push from God, and that is like literally understandable, because if I don't get the push from God, then I'm just gonna be like weighing it back, because from like past I've learned that even in anything, like not just relationships, that if you don't hear or if you don't feel God telling you this is right, then just don't do it. Like,
and I also feel like in terms of like being ready, I think like obviously having the whole like push with God thing makes complete sense, but with yourself, I think everyone needs to get to know themselves more.
100%. Because a lot of people are strangers to themselves, and
do you know what I mean? Me myself, I think I didn't know my whole identity whilst I was with the person that I was with. Like, I didn't know myself. I knew myself with him. Well. Like, that's how I identified myself with him. But then when I was alone, there was no, like, who am I? Like, who is this girl? And it's not just him. Like, I kid you not. I think with me, I have, like, I don't know, I've attempted to awaken things before it's time, because I always felt like, I deserve it. I deserve it. But it's not about you deserve. We deserve so many things. No, to be fair, we don't deserve anything. We don't deserve anything. We genuinely don't. But it's more like I'm acting on what I want, not necessarily what I need. And I had to learn that the hard way. Like, so obviously now that you're single, or we're both single, how would you kind of distinguish the two between like how you were in a relationship and now that you're single? Like how has it benefited you?
Being single, you're more independent. Like, obviously I've always been independent, but it's like you're more independent. You're more like you're doing your own thing. I'm telling you, you use social media less. Like,
no, I can't. That's a bit true.
I use social media less. I'm literally just getting on with like just life and everything. And also, it's like you have more time for yourself.
Yeah.
Like that type of thing. Yeah. And you just feel like you kind of feel stronger in a way. Like, even though that's kind of like, you know.
Did you feel like you needed this time? Like you needed to be single?
I don't even know. Like when like I can't even talk properly. When like someone says that to me, like I don't even know how to answer that. I don't know if I needed it or not. I just believe everything happens for a reason. God's plan. So maybe not now I will know. Maybe later I will know. Maybe I did need it. I just feel like, yeah, God's plan, you know.
I think I definitely needed it. I think I didn't want it. I didn't want to be single.
Yeah.
But I think I definitely needed it because I think with awakening love before it's time, I think like you're always happy and joyful to begin with, but then later on you realise the downside. Well, this is for me, I don't know about you, but you realise the downsides to it. Like me being single now, I can sit back and see that I wasn't patient, I wasn't like kind, I wasn't producing the fruits of the spirit. Like I was just I don't know, I was just doing things, or I guess the way I was, it was just so worldly. And I think I needed singleness. Singleness helped me because it brought me to Christ. Me awakening love before it's time took me away from Christ. So I would say me now, like being alone, it's helped me find God more, and it's helped me understand that
that's actually so amazing.
Doing things before it's time, before it's season,
it's not good.
It doesn't do anything. Like, I feel like there's a season for everything in terms of relationships, work,
time
social
to play,
media. Do you know what I mean? Everything. I think it talks about that in Ecclesiastes. How like there's a time
for war, time for peace.
Literally, there's a time for everything. There's a season for everything. And imagine going to war and you're not prepared for the war, in sense of like you're just
gonna die.
You're just there with a shoe, like ready to hit someone. Like you are not. You're not prepared for what's to come.
You're not.
I'm not prepared to what is to come. I wasn't prepared for that love. I wasn't prepared. So I guess now that I'm single, I am preparing myself for what God kind of.
And obviously being single like isn't easy. Like it's not, like, especially when you just come out of it. Like,
do you deal with loneliness?
Like loneliness. But then I just distract myself. Like I can be lonely for like one. I don't feel negative emotions for long.
Yeah, okay, that's
I'm just
good.
quickly like, it's not good because I pile them up.
So like, you don't meditate on like the things you should meditate on. Like how do you distract yourself?
Okay, so for instance, say if I'm feeling sad, I'll just get up, start planning for stuff.
Really?
Start doing stuff, watch TV. Like I can never be, unless I'm like overwhelmed. But then that's about it. Like I do, which is bad because then I just pile things up. Then I will just explode on the wrong person, or I will just by myself be upset. But yeah, like that's literally it. I feel like.
Have you not found like strategies though?
What to
kind of like deal with negative emotions, or let's say loneliness?
Yeah, I have now. I'm just talking like from the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. I think I deal with loneliness.
How do you deal with it?
I don't know how I deal with it. I kid you not, I don't know how I deal with that thing. I cry. I actually cry.
Sometimes you need to cry, I'm not gonna lie.
I think I'm so emotional. Like I cry and then I complain, but then I pray. I put it through prayer. I kind of just put it onto God and like, okay, God, that's how I feel. I don't actually like it. I don't actually understand, but make me understand. Help me like the season that I'm in. So whilst I'm enduring the season, I'm enjoying it at the same time. Like, I don't want to walk in. You know when you're walking the season, you're just dragging your feet with it. Like I don't want to drag my feet. Like I want to walk with some pace. Like walk with some enthusiasm. So I don't know. Like I deal with loneliness differently. I kind of just. No, to be fair, I think with loneliness, it's helped me figure out myself a bit more. But also, it does make me feel sad because sometimes I just feel like it's just me here.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do.
It.
There's no one to talk to.
Literally.
But I'd rather that than someone that's doing
relationship.
Nonsense. So
no, literally. But yeah, like no, even like sometimes like you don't actually, you're not going to enjoy the actual season that you're in, but you're gonna enjoy the results. Like for instance, like we know about David, we know about Joseph, how they had to spend time alone. David was in the bush alone. Joseph was in prison
Why are you
alone.
saying
He was in the bush alone now. He was in the bush. But he was the king at the end of the day, and so was like Joseph. So I feel like in them times they weren't enjoying it, but they literally focused on the end goal because they knew where they were going. And that's literally what I hold on to like every day. Like I know where I'm going, and that's it. Like,
and I think also in Corinthians, Paul talks about how it is better for us to stay alone. And when I used to read that, I used to think, but why? Like, you know, like, honestly, just because you were alone, Paul, doesn't mean that.
You know, not gonna lie, listening to Paul like before, I used to think, what are you actually
now
talking about? Now it makes sense.
What? I hear you.
Before I used to just think,
no,
who's this guy?
You're on your ones with that.
Yeah.
I'm good with being with someone, but now I hate it because you know, being single and just not trying to jump into things, it keeps you away from sin sometimes. I kid you not, like your mind just plays differently because you've got the Spirit of the Lord like within you, so you act differently with certain things. With relationships, not everyone be like fornicating or doing whatnot, but temptation is higher. Like,
no, 100%.
Temptation is higher. So being single, even though you can do that, me personally, for me, it has helped me to kind of like stay away from certain things.
100. But that's why it's important that even when you do go into like, when like we both do go into like something else, like the next chapter, I feel like it's essential to have someone that's on the same page, so that they're not tempting you. Like you'll both have a clear where you guys want to go, and it's like, okay, like temptation, we can work that, we can do this type of thing. I feel like that's very essential.
I think that's why like I'm in this season of kind of just preparing myself for it all, because to be fair, when I'm in a relationship, the temptation will still come.
Yeah, of course.
The temptation is still gonna come, but I think it's about individually fighting that temptation away,
like
because
being strong.
I can be strong and then my partner's not strong, or my partner's strong and I'm just there, work. And it's just like, no, it's not gonna make any sort of sense. So in terms of singleness, why do you feel like people can't remain single? Like, why don't they like it?
It's because a lot of people are used to being in a relationship, or used to being like multiple talking stages, so they constantly have someone there. Yeah. So like for you to take that away, it's like, it's scary.
So I'm laughing because of the multiple talking stages.
It's the truth.
I can't do that, you know.
I know people that haven't been in that haven't actually had a relationship, but they've just been in different talking stages.
I can't, even when it comes to talking to people at the same time, like 3, 4, I can't. Yeah. Honestly, the time that they have on their hands, I need that time, because I can't do it. I can't necessarily do it. I think people think being single, it's bad because of the dates, the materialistic side of things. I don't think they think it's bad because of anything else. To be fair, you can do all of that by yourself anyways. You don't need a man, you don't need a female to do all that stuff with. But I genuinely think people think singleness is not great because of materialistic stuff, and their mindset to it is just poor, because more time, as we already said, like you can learn a lot as you're single. But I don't think people see it like that. They see it as in, we're gonna do it together. And my friend always says that sometimes I live in a fairy tale. Like I live in a fairy tale, and I see it in a sense where like you're with this person and you can do XYZ and you're gonna think it's like lovely and daisy and rosy, but more time it's not. This is real life. Like this is not a fairy tale. There's a happy ever ending, but like it's not as rosy. It's not. Do you know what I mean? So I think with our generation, especially with like our age, I don't know, like people being in relationships, I think they do it just because of social media. They do it because they want somewhere there, like just comfort. There's no feelings, just comfort. Like literally. Just someone to talk to at night. Change. They don't. Just someone to talk to at night. Just someone to be in bed with and pillow talk with. Like I can't do that because then I'll start catching feelings. Me personally, like literally. I'll start catching feelings and whatnot. So I think that's the only reason why people generally just feel like being single is boring. I need a girl. I see it on TikTok every day.
Yeah,
I need
like,
a girl.
send me your wife. Where's my wife?
Like, babe, really and truly, are
God
you even?
Yeah. God, when?
No, but I'm guilty of that though, because I actually be like, God, I see what you do for others, and I'm just here like one lonely girl. But to be fair, I wouldn't have it any other way.
God's timing is the best.
Yeah, the way my life is right now, I'm happy, even though I struggle.
That's the most important thing. You're happy.
I am happy with certain things. Other things, I'm not necessarily. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think that's part of the process in like trying to figure out yourself, figure out this season. Like, ask God every day, what do you want me to do? Like, what do you honestly want me to do? Because I don't want to come out this season and I've learned nothing. Like, what's the point in that? I don't want to eventually be in love and then be like, well, this was all for nothing because I haven't learned one damn thing. So, yeah, I don't want my season of singleness to be a taboo. Like, I don't want it to be boring. To be fair, it's not really boring. Because more time I'm distracted. There's work, there's uni, there's friends,
things to be doing,
there's
I'm not gonna lie.
bare things. So yeah, I'm really against the whole taboo thing. So in terms of awakening love before it's time, and heartbreak, I wanted to talk about heartbreak because I think heartbreak can come from anything and many things. And obviously heartbreak and being in love with the wrong person or talking to someone
at
before, What do you think? Like, how do people deal with that?
That heartbreak.
Have you ever been heartbroken? Even you have.
Have you been heartbroken?
You're just like a sweet pea. Like, what? You're just a sweet pea. Yeah, I have. I've been battered and bruised in this life.
Me and you, my sister.
So how do people necessarily accept that and then go with it?
It's so tough. I feel like everybody like kind of deals with it differently.
I think the first step is accepting though.
Yeah, that you're like your heart is broken and you need help. Yeah, I feel like that's obviously the first thing. Oof, heartbroken. Damn.
I think with me, the first thing I did in terms of actually realizing that, yeah, cool, whoever I was talking to, not just like my first ever heartbreak, but I've spoken to other people obviously afterwards, and all of that nonsense, sorry, God forgive me, but all of that jazz, I've had to accept that I'm not the problem in terms of like, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Like, accept that thing. Okay, this has gone wrong, but don't make it seem like you are the biggest problem and it was all your fault. Like, it's not, because you actually won't step out of that. Like, you're just gonna be in one negative mindset. You're not gonna be able to lift yourself. Do you know what I mean? And I know in the Bible it talks about how God he draws close to the brokenhearted, and he obviously bandages all up like the wounds and whatnot. So I think that's one thing people should really dwell on, because it's an L. Like, imagine thinking you're gonna be with someone, marry them, do all that, and then you don't work out. What? It would. You know that lump you get in your throat? That's the... I'm definitely feeling that lump.
Or like, you know when you're the chest.
Bro, I'm going to be thinking like, everyone was looking at me like I'm going to be with this person for so long and now I'm not with them.
It's the other people as well, like, add to it. Like, the other people knowing. Like,
exactly.
That actually adds a lot of unnecessary
and I think
pressure.
Even though people be like, oh, don't care about what people think. Yeah, it's easier said than done. Because you're definitely going to care. Like, bro, that's a big thing. So I think with heartbreak and linking it with awakening love before it's time, definitely accept it first. Be open to accepting, but also be open to healing.
And open to improving as well.
Because it teaches you a lot. Like,
it does.
You find so many gems through heartbreak. I can't lie. You find so many gems. Like, you don't understand that even though there's a lot of pain there, there's a lot of discipline that comes with it. So I feel like all of that and like linking it back to our topic, I think it helps. So if you're there awakening love before your time, just know that when it doesn't work out, you've got a lot of healing to do, but it's good.
Healing is good. Like,
healing is a good thing.
It makes you so much better. Like, this healing process of mine, like, I didn't realize how strong I was. Like, I unlocked a new level of strength. Like,
you look very good though, like glowing.
So do you.
Thank you, please. No, it's God, please. The Spirit of the Lord.
Abby.
No. But okay, I got one last question. What would you say to yourself if you can go back in time? What would you tell yourself now that you know that it's not necessarily good to awaken love before it's time? What would you do different?
You know what? I don't even know, because I don't know what I would do different, because like I didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
All right, Fez.
So it's like, because you just trust, sometimes you just trust in the wrong person, and it's up to the other person kind of to be better because you actually didn't do anything wrong. But I feel like maybe if I prayed more, I don't know, maybe if I prayed more or took more time with it, then maybe it would be different. But I just feel like sometimes, yeah, you can pray a lot, but it's just like that person is just immature at that time.
Exactly.
That person is awakening their love at that time as well. Like, I feel like that person is just like, did you see like there was that TikTok thing going around, and it was just like how like the girl was saying like you're a fool, or like you're naive if like a guy plays you and stuff like that. I don't agree either, but like I feel like my argument against that is just like some people are just like, they're actually bad mind. Like that's generally what it is. So like I did feel like there was nothing more I could do, but I just feel like I keep saying I just feel like I just
it's fine. Yeah,
I just feel like maybe if I prayed more was more patient, maybe.
Do you think you were ready at the time?
Yeah, because like everything was fine. Like, do you know what I mean? I just feel like, I don't know, mine is just so tricky because it's just like I didn't do anything wrong type
Fair
of thing.
enough. Okay.
So,
I think with me, I would do different. I was way too young. So number one, I would have flipping waited. Flipping heck. I would have waited. That's with the first person. But other people that I've just spoken to and just hasn't worked, I think what I would have done is not get too excited, overly excited, and kind of be patient with it. I think I would have submitted to God a bit more so he can kind of make my path a bit more clear for me. So I don't have to suffer the consequences afterwards. And overall, I would have examined myself to know, is this what you genuinely want?
Or are you really compatible with this person?
Or do you just want to look cute? Do you know what I mean? Like, just want to look cute on TikTok.
You cute already.
Like, thank you, girl. Then, yeah, like, that's what I would have done. Because now I've got more knowledge to things. Like, I kid you not, in the last couple of months, I've been taught so much about singleness and just not awakening love before it's time, and remaining focused on God instead of just doing things that might not necessarily work out. I'd rather do something for it to work out
than just you just waste the time.
Exactly. So in a nutshell, awakening love before it's time can lead to serious problems. And me, I don't like problems. I want peace. I want peace always. So yeah, I think for me, you and anyone else watching and listening, and just for like young people, we really need to like meditate on that verse, because I know there's so many relationships going on that are great, but there are also so many relationships happening that shouldn't be happening. So yeah, I would just say take time and know yourself first. Please, like, identify yourself first with the Lord,
with Christ,
then
and make sure the other person you're with identifies with Christ.
Exactly.
So your foundation is actually solid.
Exactly.
Because if your foundation isn't solid, it's gonna break.
I know. I think I don't know how to word this, because you can figure out your purpose with a person.
Yeah, definitely.
But also know that, like, have something for yourself to kind of also present when you get to this, when you're with this person, you're able to be like, I've got my own bag. Do you know what I mean? Like, what do you bring to the table? Like, so I don't want to be with someone where I just feel useless. I don't want to feel like a useless babe. That's why I'm still doing what I'm doing. If you lot feel like that, I would advise you to just keep to yourself. It's better to be alone.
Like,
it's literally better to be alone.
Good thing as they say, good things come to people who wait.
Exactly.
Always.
So be patient and be discerning.
Be discerning. What do you say? Be discerning.
Be the same.
Just pray for the spirit of discernment.
And read that word, because you will find answers.
No, literally, like, let me tell you guys one more thing before. Yeah. Like, when something happened to me, like one of the heartbreaks, whatever, what's it called? Like, God showed to me in a dream.
Really?
Literally, God showed to me in a dream, like, before. So, like, I already knew it was going to happen, type of thing.
Wait, what? Wait. Oh.
It was literally, like, I literally told my dad, like, literally, it happened, like,
so the dream happened, and what did you do?
Literally the day before, and I was on the phone to my friend. I was like, I'm so sad. Why am I so sad? Like, I'm literally so sad. Like, I'm literally.
No, wait, sorry. This is a course for a whole nother. Wait, so you got the dream?
Okay, so cool. Let me tell you my day. So that day that happened, and then I came home, and I literally was so sad for no reason.
Yeah.
I was literally so sad for no reason.
But did you remember that you had the dream?
No, I was just sad.
Okay.
Then, like, it was just, then my spirit was just like, it was just to do with that specific thing. And then I just, like, was so sad. And normally I'm just a happy person naturally anyway, so it's like, why am I sad for no reason? Then I went to bed and I had the dream. Literally, the nigga was wearing the same thing.
Oh,
like, it was literally
gosh.
the same clothes, like the same everything. So when it happened, it literally was just like, you know when people say deja vu, it was like, God reveals to redeem.
So okay, when you had the dream and then the next day it happened,
literally the next day,
what did you do?
Like, literally, I was, because when the dream happened, because you know when like girls have dream that I had a dream that this guy cheated on me, type of thing, like it's just never really true. But I dream a lot, so I definitely knew that there's some truth to this.
But
like,
did you not act on it?
Like, act on what? It needed to play out.
Oh, so you just waited for it to play out.
I just feel like it's gonna play out, because if that's what, like, God has revealed to me, then it's gonna happen. Or maybe there was something I could have done, but I should have done something at the time.
But I mean, it was only 24 hours.
It was literally 24 hours. Literally, not even 24 hours. I slept. I woke up. Like, and then probably at 8 hours. And it happened. Maybe I should have prayed, but I literally just accepted it, and I literally let it play out. It was literally like, you know when you watch a movie again? Yeah, literally.
I can't do that. Huh?
I'm telling you.
I've only experienced that one, but that wasn't about me. That was someone else's relationship. But the dream, God revealed it to me, and I was instructed to tell the person. I just didn't.
You didn't?
But we're not gonna get into that.
Girl, what?
I didn't.
Are we just gonna skip like?
I didn't tell the person. I was like,
did it happen?
Oh yeah, it happened. The dream to me, it wasn't the person. God didn't show me that the person did something wrong to the girl, but He gave me the warning of tell that girl to leave, like now. I didn't say anything. I was like, that was a weird dream, and I remembered the dream so specifically. I just didn't tell the girl. And then when it happened, I told the girl afterwards. Oh, I had the dream, by the way. Obviously now I was younger then, so now I wouldn't do that. No, but she was just looked at me. She was like, "Oh, thank you."
So yeah.
But no, that's mad. I can't lie.
And that's how I know, like, God's always got me. I'm not gonna lie, like, I just know, like, God always had me. So the dream,
and then it just so when
it played out. It literally
okay, wait. Out. So when the dream played out, what was your reaction?
I wasn't mad. I literally was.
I was thinking you couldn't have been, because you knew it, innit?
I wasn't mad. I literally just collected my belongings. My belongings. I literally just literally.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry. I was.
Gal.
I didn't. At first, I didn't. I was literally just like.
No
is
words.
This happening? I was literally like, Holy Spirit, pinch me. Like, this cannot be happening. But it was very real. I thought I was. And
what was the person doing?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, was he doing the most?
No.
Oh, he was even calm.
No, he wasn't calm. He was begging, but I was just so calm.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he was literally begging, but I saw it play out. I was like,
because for me, like, I would react the same. I think, even though sometimes I can be like, no. Yeah. If something already got revealed to me, not even 24 hours before, you know what's yet to come.
Yeah.
So there's nothing much you can do. It's just like, okay, thank you.
And I feel like that actually needed to happen, because me and the person are still calm till today. and they've grown so much.
Really?
Like, there's like the level, like that's why I feel like, you know when you said like, do you think this singleness needs to happen? I feel like I'm going back and say yeah.
Really?
Like, thank God. Thank
Wow.
God. Obviously at my own like expense, but you know, we're soldiers of Christ. You know, we have to go through.
No, that's interesting, Emma.
Yeah, literally.
You should have said that ages ago. Because wow, like, I'm literally shocked.
Yeah, no, literally when I told my dad, I was like yeah.
Oh, yeah, and your dad knew about everything then.
Yeah, my dad's my best friend, literally
My mum, my mum, I don't even know how she just said, well,
this as well.
If you know what's good for you, you will pray.
Exactly.
No, literally, she had no words. And she found out other things after that as well. So she was fuming. But it was them ones there where it was like, this is your time to search for the Lord. Because you've been faffing about. So search for the Lord. But all the other little silly stuff I've done after that, she doesn't necessarily know. She will never know.
That's okay. God
knows. But I have had to learn the hard way.
No, yeah.
But no, that's interesting. That's an interesting story.
Yeah, literally.
No, God, please reveal to me in dreams too, because I've been asking.
God reveals to redeem.
I've been asking. No, that's mad.
No, 100%. Like, I literally when I found out, because me and my dad, me and my parents are close. Like, I think I've told my mum as well. Like,
yeah,
we're really close. They knew everything. They knew what was going on. Like, yeah, they were literally really, really tight. Like,
I love that for you.
No, I'm actually happy. I feel like that's like it helped me heal.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm close to my mum because I live with my mum.
Mum, yeah.
So she would like know certain things and stuff. But wow.
Yeah. My dad was more like, life happens. Don't worry,
Uncle
it's
say
okay.
life happens.
It's okay. Don't worry, you'll be okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And my dad's well. Like, if he doesn't know what to say, he'll say it as well. Like, it is well.
No, that's everyone there.
God, it is well.
Because I wouldn't know. I'll just be like, sis.
It is well. Yeah,
get that bag. Get that bag, because please. No. But no, I love that for you. Like, at least you got it revealed. Some people have to.
Some people don't. They just have to get by surprise.
And I think maybe God had to do that so your healing or whatever process was easier. Because it wasn't a shock.
Yeah.
It was just more like,
God knows if like it was a shock. I don't even know.
I think my one had to be a shock
for you to.
Because with me, I would have definitely just been like, nah, it's the enemy. You know, like,
it's the enemy.
No, it's the enemy. But because God did that thing, me personally, I'm never going back.